We are back with another review. This time, this review was on a TV show that I love, and I've worked my way up to season 13 already on an app called Flixonaps, and I've been watching Criminal Minds. There's a lot of people that have come and gone on that show, like certain characters would end up leaving because of different reasons, but I especially loved the way that Penelope Garcia and Derek Morgan interacted with each other, and they were always dirty and sexual with each other, which was kind of funny and made the show hysterical. And there was like one episode where he was in one area and she was in another, and he had her on speakerphone. She didn't know, and he basically told her to behave herself, and she said he basically told her to behave herself, and she's like, what? Or she's like, or what? Are you gonna spank me? He's like, baby girl, you're on speaker, and she's like, oh damn, and then and that was what was funny about it. And she always called him like, and even though that it made it look like they had the hot for each other, but they really didn't. But he always referred to her by an affectionate term called baby girl, and that's what he always called her. And he was there, at times when she was vulnerable to comfort her and everything like that. There was like one episode where she got shot, and he comforted her and he stood by her side. And then we had and and Derek Morgan was played by Shamar Moore, and he ended up leaving in season 11. Only like 2 or 3 characters have mainly been on the show since it started, and that's been Matthew Gray Gubler, who plays Reed, and then Penelope Garcia, played by Kirsten Vangnis, and AJ Cook, who plays JJ. And the JJ is short for her character name, Jennifer Giroux, but they also called her JJ for short. I remember AJ Cook because she was in that movie Final Destination 2 as the girl Kimberly who kept seeing the visions of people dying. God, there's so many movies of those I can't keep track. But the guy that plays Gideon would end up leaving in season 3. Thomas Gibson, who played Hotchner, was fired in season 12 because he got into a dispute with he got into a fight with one of the producers on set, and he kicked the producer, and so they fired him from the show. The character Elle Greenway, played by Lola Glaudini, would end up leaving in season 2 because her character in the show got shot, and she basically, because she couldn't live with the experience of her being shot, she became kind of paranoid, and she saw everybody who was innocent as a person of interest in a crime. And so basically she killed one of the guys off that they were investigating, and she claimed that it was self-defense even though the guy never attacked her, and so they wrote her character out of the show after that. But then they took Criminal Minds off the air, and then they rebranded it as Criminal Minds Evolution, and I haven't seen the Evolution part. There is talks about a 17th season, because they're bringing, like I said, they did 15 seasons of the show, and then season 16 is Criminal Minds Evolution, same thing with season 17. But like I said, I did like Derek Morgan on the show, but Derek Morgan only left the show so that he can do SWAT. The character Derek Morgan, anyway, Shamar Moore. So Shamar Moore ended up leaving in season 11 so that he can do SWAT. But he will make a couple guest appearances in season 12 and 13. I don't know about 14, 15, or 16. Anything like that, if he appears in any of those episodes. The last 3 seasons had the least amount of episodes because of, like, season 14 had 15 episodes, and season 15 and 16 only had 10. Like, it tells you on the main cast, like, Jason Gideon, played by Mandy Patinkin, only appeared on 3 seasons, the first 3. The guy that plays Hotchner appeared mainly on season 1 through 11, and he only appeared in 2 episodes of season 12 before being fired from the show. Now, what they did, though, after his character was fired from the show, they had to rewrite, the scripts and everything, so they wrote it down that he was in, like, what they call witness protection. So they had to write it down like he was, like, that he was on an assignment by being in witness protection. The character Elle Greenway, played by Lola Goldini, only appeared in season 2, but in season 2 she only appeared up until like episode 6 or 7 before leaving. Paget Brewster, who played Prentice, would join up in season 2. The guy that plays Rossi joined up in season 3 and as a replacement for Gideon. Derek Shamar Moore, who played Derek Morgan, only appeared on season 1 through 11, but he would make guest appearances on season 12 and 13. Matthew Gray Gubler, who's supposed to be the youngest character on the team, plays Spencer Reed, and he's like one of those smart guys. He has an eidetic memory, so basically he remembers everything. So basically he reads something and he has it drummed into his head. I'm like, I don't know if I can ever have that myself. Even if I read, I remember some stuff, but not everything. A.J. Cook plays Jennifer Giroux on seasons 1 through 5. She did end up leaving in season 6, but returned in season 7. Kirsten Bangness played Penelope Garcia. She's a tech analyst. She does appear on season 1, but she's promoted to a main member in season 2. Paget Brewster, who plays Emily Prentice, was on season 2 through 7, and then she left, but she returned in season 12 as a main cast member, but she would make guest appearances on season 8, 9, and 11. Joe Mantegna, who plays David Rossi, has been on the show since season 3. Ashley Sieber only played once in one season. Rachel Nichols played Ashley Sieber, and she only appeared on one season, season 6. Jean Triplehorn plays Alex Blake on seasons 8 and 9. She only appeared on 2 seasons. Jennifer Love Hewitt played Kate Callahan in one season, which was season 10, before leaving. Aisha Taylor would join up in season 11 as the character Tara Lewis, but then she would end up, and then she is promoted to a main cast member in season 12. Adam Rodriguez played Luke Albas, and he joined up in season 12 and becomes a permanent character on the team. And then you have Matt Simmons and Stephen Walker, who joined up on the team. Damon Gupton played Stephen Walker, but he only appeared on season 12 before they killed his character off. Daniel Henney played Matt Simmons, and he appeared as a guest on season 10 and 12 before he's promoted to the main season in 13, and he becomes a main character through seasons 13 through 15. And then there was Erin Strauss, played by Jane Atkinson. Her character was killed off in season 9. And then there was Meredith Monroe, who played Thomas Gibson's wife on the show, Haley Hotchner, and her character was killed off in season 5. And I just love the show, and it's like a great show. But it's like a lot of characters have come and gone through the show. But the show runs for about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on, like, the show. And they go and investigate, like, murder scenes and sex crimes and everything. And it's like you become a part of, it's like watching the stories, it's like you become a part of it. It's like, it feels like you're involved when you're watching the show. That's how well they portrayed it. And I told my brother I was going to have a video up on this eventually, so eventually I'm going to send it to him when I get done here. But if you haven't seen Criminal Minds, you should obviously check it out. It's on Hulu, but on Hulu they only got 15 seasons, and then they only have 12 seasons on Netflix. But I have this app called Flixenops on my phone, and it has all 16 seasons, and that's what I've been watching it on. And I've got, like I said, I got up to season 13. They got like over 300 episodes of the show, and I'm pushing up to 300 episodes right now. But it's a great show. I recommend it for anybody who hasn't seen it. So if you like the video, you can give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, Rusty the King. And if you want to support my work even further, you can donate to my Patreon link, which you can find in the About section of YouTube. Which you can, and just for a little few bucks a month, your donation can help go a long way. And if you want, make sure to like and smash that subscribe button. if you want to see more videos like this. And leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. And I'll be back in next week for another video.